Hi my lovely beading people! How are you today? Today I want to show you how to make this Winterglow bracelet. I want to show you how to make this bracelet because the Winterglow earrings were a big success. I got a lot of comments that people like them. I wanted to make them for Christmas or for a party or for a gift. So I thought maybe I can make a whole set of these. So I want to make a pair of earrings, a bracelet, and I'm still working on a necklace. There's a little bit different about the bracelet, and that's why I wanted to show you how to make it. Because it's not just three components that are attached to each other and then made into a bracelet. It's one piece, so it's not just loose components. Before we're going to make this bracelet, I suggest you go and make the Winterglow earrings, because then you know the basic principle of how the earring is built. And that will make it easier to make these components, because from a certain point I will say, and now you just do that with all the components, and then it's easier if you know yourself how to do this. Because in that way it will be easier just to follow the pattern. Also, you can also make these, somebody, I don't know if I can call her name, but on Facebook somebody said to me that she made it with 6mm beads and also the 4mm bicones. You can also use then the 3mm bicones, and she used 15/0 seed beads and 11/0 seed beads, and I thought that that was very clever. I will make a ring of this pattern with the 6mm, so I will go into that later. But if you find this to be too bulky, you can also choose to do it with 6mm, and then the 8/0 beads become 11/0 beads, and the 11/0 beads become 15/0 beads. But that's up to you. I like this size because it's a very nice size for a bracelet. I think it's I have a very small wrist, and I don't think it's too big, but that's just what you like. So first make the pair of earrings. I will put a link down here. I think it will be here, and then you can just make them. So I hope you like this project, and let's start. For this bracelet you will need 8mm pearls. You need some Ceylon. You can also use some Fireline, it's just what you like. I like to use Ceylon because it gives the bracelet more structure, just like the earrings. You will need a clasp. I use a clasp that is flat. You can also use that the eye is the other way around. It's just what you like. Only then you have to attach it in a different way. So you can just choose how to make a clasp. I use a double ring, so I don't know how this is called in English, but it's a double ring, and I like to use this one because your thread can't slip through it. You will need 2 needles size 12, and if you have, I suggest you also take a size 13 needle, because sometimes it can be a little bit hard if your bead has a little bit of paint on it, and the coating that's on the bead, it can be hard to go through with your needle. So I also use size 30 needle if I have to, but I work the whole tutorial with the two size 12 needles. And you will need some seed beads. You will need 8/0 seed beads and 11/0 seed beads. I suggest that you buy them of a good quality, so that they are all regular. That gives the most nice result. But if you don't have them, you can also use crappy seed beads, I always call them. And you will need some 4mm Swarovski bicones. I really suggest you use Swarovski, because the shine of Swarovski, there are no beads that shine like Swarovski, so that really gives the whole design the most flair. You will need 12 Swarovskis per component. So I'm going to use 3 components. I will teach you how to make this bracelet with 3 components, so they will lay on top of your wrist. Also, if you have a little smaller wrist than me, the 3 components will be the top layer, and then you will need to make small components. And of course I will also show you how to do that, because it's on one piece, but you will need 4 Swarovski bicones on each component. So it depends, I can't really tell you how many Swarovski bicones you need, because it all depends on the size of your wrist. First we're going to measure how big our wrist is, and I'm going to show you how to measure this. If you want to make it for a client and you don't know the size of the wrist of your client, or you're going to the market and you're going to sell your jewelry there, I suggest that you use a little bit of chain and attach that to your ring, so that the client always fits it. This is a bracelet. I suggest you don't make it too big, because if you make it too big, it will turn around, because this is the heaviest part of the bracelet, and then the bracelet will just turn around, and that's not nice if you have to turn your bracelet the whole time. Well, as you can see, I've got a bracelet on, and as you can see, it fits me. It fits me snug, but it's not very tight. It's not that it's really gasping my. Sorry, I don't know how you call it. It's not that it's very tight on my wrist, but it's snug enough to not very easily turn. It turns a little bit, of course, because I don't want it to be that strong on my wrist. But you have to be careful that you don't make it too wide, because then it will very easily turn. But this can easily be jewelry for a wedding, or for a very fancy party. So let's start with our project. I just wanted to show you how it looks, and if you find this too bulky, as I said, you can also make it with smaller beads, but I really like it to be this large, because it really it's something on your wrist. It will I think you will get a lot of attention if you wear this. But let's start with our project. Now, first of all, we're going to start with measuring our wrist. This is the most important part of this bracelet. As I said, if you make it to go to the market or something, I would suggest you take this measurement and then just attach a little piece of chain on the ring, so that people can adjust it to their size. But the prettiest will be and then I would suggest you make it in this bracelet in different sizes, so that people can choose if they want it with the chain or without the chain. But the most important thing of this bracelet is that you will have the 3 components in the middle. So these 3 components have 4 beads each. So these are 12 beads on a row. So we're just going to take a little piece of thread, and I attached a stopper bead. If you don't know what a stopper bead is, that is just a seed bead that I took the seed bead down to the end of my thread, and then I went through the seed bead 2 times with my needle, just 1 time, 2 times, so that it is stuck on the end of my thread. So it won't fall off and my beads won't fall off. This is just a practice piece. So this is just to see if it fits your wrist. That's also, this is not, it doesn't have to be arm spans or something. So we're going to attach the 12 beads, because these are our component beads. Now, as I said, I use 2 small components, so that are 4 beads extra. So I'm going to attach these. I'll pick these up. Like this. And now I'm going to show you how you can see if it fits your wrist. You're going to take your thread by the end, and then you're going to place it on your wrist. Now I'm going to turn it around for you like this. Now you can see that this is short, but you have to know that I have to attach my clasp, and I measured my clasp to be about 4 pearls long, and I have to attach, as you can see here, I have to attach a little bit of a loop, oh sorry, a small loop I mean. So this component counts for about 5 beads. So I'm going to place it around my wrist, and I'm going to count in my head about 5 beads extra. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have to attach a small loop here to attach the other side with the ring. So that will be also one bead size, about 1 bead size. So if it then fits you snug, because there's going to be seed beads in between, so it will give you just a little space. There will be about 4 sides, yes, I think 4 beads in between, so you will have a little bit of a space. So count. I'm sorry if I make this hard, but it's a little bit hard for me to explain this in English. But you have to attach your component beads, and then see if it fits, and then measure your clasp and see how many beads that are. Measure the beads, so these are about 4, and then take 1 bead extra for the little loop we're going to attach on it, and then take another bead, so 1 bead for the extra loop and 1 bead for the other side of the hook, oh sorry, where we're going to attach the little ring. And then see in your head count if it fits. If you find this hard to do, I do it this way, because then not every 8mm bead is a 8mm bead, so the roundness can vary. So I will do it like this, because then I know for sure that it will fit. If you find this to be very hard, just take all the beads until it fits you snug, and then take the beads off that are so the size of your clasp, the size of the ring, and the size of the other ring. So I'm sorry if I make this hard, but I hope you know what I mean, because it really needs to fit you snug. Well, if you've done that, there is another thing you need to know. One component, so the small components, are 2 beads, so there's 2 beads. These are 4 beads, but one component length is 2 beads. So you will have to know that if you measure your wrists, you can't have like 13 beads. I know that's too small, but you can't have like 13 beads. You have to have an even number that can be divided by, or sorry, do I say that correctly? Divided, that's divided by 2. Or is that extra? You know what I mean, that it can be separated in pieces, or sorry, in pairs of 2. So if you have 1 bead and you need that to fit your wrist snug, I would suggest you and take a little bit more. So 1 bead off and take a little bit more of the loop on the outside, because you can measure this if it fits or not, or you can add 1 bead more. That also depends on if you have 2 beads more. So 1 component is 2 beads, so if you have 2 beads here extra, you also need 2 beads here extra. That just depends on the size of your wrist. If you need 1 pair of 2 extra, I would suggest that you take a smaller clasp, and then I think it will work with 2 components, so 4 components on the whole back side. Or you're just going to take them off, take a larger clasp, take a little bit more loop, and then just do one on each side. I know it's very hard, but this is really something you need to see what you like the most. This will not be an easy project, not as easy as the earrings. The earrings are far more easy because they are just one, they're just a right angle weave and then just one go, and then it's finished. So I need 30 minutes to make this pair, but one earring, so it needs an hour to make this pair. But this will really need some more time. So really think what you want on the back. If you have a larger clasp, I would suggest you start with these two. You can always make the loops a little larger. And if you want to make to have more components and smaller, I would suggest you make 4, because I don't think that anyone has larger wrist than 4 components. That will be really large. That will be a extra large size. I don't know the sizes in English, but in our country size 24 is very large. So. But let's start with the project. I hope this was clear. I'm sorry if you have any questions about this, because I can't really explain it the way I want in English. But if you want to ask a question about this, please ask me. But it's very simple. I can't explain it to you well, but it's very simple. Just need to know that it fits you snug. Okay, how many pearls do you need? Well, as I said, you have to count how many you need to make it fit your wrist. But you also need to count how many you need to make the first round. It's very easy if you have, as I do, 16 beads with the measurement of the tight. So if it's tight, the measurement of that, I will need 16 beads times 2. And then I will have to have the outer beads of my components that are 4 per component. So that will be 12 beads extra. These will always stay the same, and these will need 2 beads on each side extra. So that's 4 beads per component. So I will need 2 times 16 and 1 times 12 pearls. So first of all, you're going to take your 2 needles. So the 2 size 12 needles, and you're going to thread them with about 3 to 4 arm spans of thread. I know that's a lot, and I hope you can work with it, because you can place in another thread later, but it doesn't look as great as you would do it in one piece. We're going to start with attaching our clasp. Now with 1 needle, pick up 9 11/0 beads. Like this, slide them down. And then pick up your clasp, slide it down, and pick up 1 11/0 bead again. And crisscrossing this one, like this. Oh, it's stuck on my phone case. Like this. You see that I like to have a really large ring on my clasp, because it has to you want it to move. It has to be able to move. So like this. And then we're going to start our bead row. So I'm going to pick up 1 8mm on each needle. Like this. And then we're going to pick up 1 11/0 on each needle. And slide them down. I'm sorry if this is hard to see, but we're just going to do the right angle weave, and I can't show you the beads and the clasp at the same time, because this will be very long after a while. Now we're going to pick up 1/8 on each side. Like this. And then we're going to take one size 11 and we're going to crisscross in it. If you've never done a right angle weave, please search on the internet and find out about it more, because it's such a nice stitch. You can use it for a lot of things and it's very easy, but it gives a very nice result. Like this. Now, as you can see, this is our first component. I'm going to show you on the bracelet. This is the first component, so the small component. If you're going to make more components, as I just told you in the previous word about how to measure this, you're going to make more of these. So if you just, like me, just make one component, you are going to follow the next steps I'm going to tell you. And if you want to make more components, you will have to attach another row of these. So you're just going to start with this, the one that's in between, and just going to make another pair of this one, and then you're just starting what I'm going to tell now. Hope that was clear. If you have any questions about that, just ask me. So we're ended in the 1/11 bead. Now we're going to pick up 1/11 on each side. And we're going to pick up 1/8 and we're going to crisscross in this one. Like this. And slide it down. And now we're going to take both our needles and pick up 1/11 like this and slide them down. You don't have to slide them down all the way. You just make sure that they're on the end of or behind the end of your needle. Now we're going to pick up 1/11 on each side. And then we're going to make the components, because this is the first start of the components. As you can see, we just made the cross here, because we slided down the two 11 and we're going to start the component. So if you made the earrings, you know what we're going to do now. Only we're going to attach them to each other. So that's why you really need to make the earrings, because in that way you can better understand what we're going to do. So on both needles we're going to pick up 1/11 and 1/8 and we're going to slide them down. And then on both needles again we're going to pick up 1/8 millimeter. Like this, and we're going to slide them down. And then we're going to pick up 1/11 on each needle, and we're going to pick up 1/8 and we're going to crisscross in it. Like this. And then we're going to pick up 1/11 on each needle and slide them down. And then we're going to pick up 1/8 on each needle and slide them down. And then we're going to pick up 1/8 on each needle and 1/11 on each needle and slide them down. And then we're going to pick up 1/11 on each, 1/8 millimeter on each needle. And 1/11 on each needle. And then with one needle pick up 1/8 and crisscrossing it. Like this. Now if you make the earrings, you will recognize that this is one component that goes from the one or the three pairs of beads, so the 11-0, the 8-0 bead and the 11-0, because that's you start where you make the earrings. And then you have the middle piece, and then you have again the 111-0, 1 8mm and the 3mm. Oh sorry, the 3mm, the 11-0 bead. So this is one component. And now we're going to make another component. So we're going to pick up two 11-0, one on each needle, like this. And we're going to pick up one 1 8mm on each needle. And slide them down. So as you can see, they share the end parts. So the 8mm beads is the transfer between the one and the other component. So this is the new component. Now we're going to pick up one 11-0 on each needle and one 8-0 on each needle. Like this. Slide them down. And now we're going to pick up one 8mm on each needle. And we're going to pick up one 11-0 on each needle. And we're going to pick up one 8mm on each, on one needle and crisscrossing it. Like this. And from now on I'm just going to tell you when we finish the component, but I'm just going to tell you which beads you're going to pick up. So you're going to pick up one 11-0 on each needle and one 8mm on each needle and you're going to pick up one 8mm on each needle and one 11-0 on each needle. Up 1 8mm on each needle and slide them down. Like this. And then you're going to pick up one 11-0 on each needle and one 8mm on one needle and crisscrossing it. And now we finished another component. You can see that I have to get it in the where you can see it. We did this component, and now this to this is also a component. And now pick up one 11-0 on each needle and slide them down. And pick up one 8mm on each needle. And now pick up one 11-0 on each needle and one 8mm on each needle and slide them down. And then pick up one 11-0 on each needle. Oh, sorry, one 8mm on each needle. And pick up one 11-0 on each needle and crisscross in one 8mm. Oh, sorry, one 8-0. Getting tired of myself. I'm sorry if the bracelet is not in the picture all the time, but I can't really show you because it's so long and I don't have enough space with my camera to show you what I'm doing. So I'm sorry for that. And now pick up 111/0 on each needle and pick up 1 8mm on each needle. And now pick up 180 on each needle and 111/0 on each needle. And pick up 1 8mm on each needle. And pick up 111/0 on each needle. Pick up 180 on one needle and crisscross on it. Like this. That's our third component. So if you count back, I always count back because I want to know it's right. You will have to go from the first part. I can show you that. From the first part, this is 8mm, the starting point, and then 1, 2. So this is one component, and then 1, 2. So this is the third component. And then 1, 2, so this is the last component. And now pick up 111/0 on each needle and pick up 111/0 on one needle and crisscrossing it. Like this. This is the start of the new component, so that's the component with the 4 beads. So now we're going to pick up 1 8mm on each needle and 111/0 on each needle and 1 8mm on each needle. And then pick up 111/0 with one needle and crisscrossing it. And pull. Now, as I said, if you want to make more small components, you just attach another small component to this part. So you just do the same. This is the same starting point so this is the same starting point as this point. So just make another one and then follow the steps I'm going to show you now. So now we're going to attach our ring. So you can take your ring. And now we're going to pick up 6 11/0 beads. Like this. And we're going to attach our ring. So we're going to, with the same needle, you go through, with the beads, you go through the ring. And then we're going to strengthen our work. I hope I say that correctly. I don't know another word for making it more tight than making it more tight or strengthen it. And make sure that this is tight, so that there are no gaps and no pieces of thread in between. Now pick up your work and tie the one you don't use the thread around your finger, so to keep it tight. And then grab your work, and with your needle, I'm coming out of this way, go in the opposite way of the top bead and pull like this. And then I'm going to take that over my thumb, and with my other fingers I'm keeping it as tight as I can. like this. And then with my needle, so the one I just attached the beads to, I'm going through all the beads again I just added. And then you will have to let go of the thread. Like this. And pull. And then you end again in the top bead. So that is this one, the one between the pearls, like this. Now you're going to lay your work flat. You will always have that your thread moves a little bit. We're going to make sure that this is gone. So lay your work flat. There are no twists in your work, and just grab your thread by the end, and then just start tucking it, or I don't know how you say it. Gently pull it to the back, like this. Okay, I fixed it. On two sides they're the same now. So what I did, I went through the beads with one needle, then went through the beads with the other needle, then just pulled, and then I go through the beads again with both needles. So now we're going to pick our work up, and I flipped it over. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to stay as much in focus as I can, but this can be a little hard because it's a very long bracelet. Now pick up your work, and we're going to start with one needle. So with the right needle we're going through the first pearl. And now we're going to pick up 1 11/0, 1 8mm, 1 Swarovski bicone, 1 11/0, 1 Swarovski bicone, 1 8/0 and 1 11/0. And now we're going to stick the needle through the opposite side of the pearl. So we're coming out of this side and we're going through the other side. And pull. Now this part is very important, because all the seed beads need to be the same. So I'm going to show you on the big bracelet I already made. I started with this seed bead, and I have to make sure that all the seed beads are the same as the one I started with. So in this component you decide which way you want your seed bead to go, because you will have to do that to all the other ones too. So I'm just going up through the 11/0 seed bead, through the 8/0, through the Swarovski bicone, and through the 11/0, and pull. And I'm laying my work flat. Give it a little tug so that it's straight. And now I'm picking up 1 bicone, 1 8/0 and 1 11/0, like this. And now I'm going through the next pearl and pull. This. And now I'm picking up 1 11/0, 1 8/0 and 1 bicone. And I'm going through the bicone, so I'm skipping the 11/0 and I'm going through the bicone, the next 8/0 and the next 11/0. And pull. And now I'm going to lay my work flat, and I'm going to gently pull so that all the Swarovski bicones are touching each other. And now I'm going through the pearl, like this. And pull. And I'm going through the bead that's in between the pearls. And pull. And now I'm going through the next 11/0, the next 8-0 and the next 11-0. And I'm doing this sideways because that's the way the beads want to go. And pull. And now I'm going through the pearl, through the next 11-0 and through the next 8-0 and pull. Now this is the part where we start making the components. This is just the same. If you make the earrings, you know these steps already. You're going to attach the pearls on the side. So I'm going to pick up one 11-0, one pearl. To get that out of my cap. So one 11-0, one pearl, one 11-0, one 8-0, one 11-0, one pearl, and one 11-0. Like this. And slide them down. And now you're going through the next 8-0 and the next 11-0, the next pearl, the next 11-0, the next 8-0 and the next 11-0 and pull. Now I'm flipping my work over because in that way it works easier. And I'm going through the pearl, through the next 11-0 and through the next 8-0 and pull. And now I'm going to pick up one 11-0, one pearl, one 11-0, one 8-0, one 11-0, one pearl, and one 11-0, and slide them down. And I'm going to stick this into the next 8-0, the next 11-0, the next pearl, the next 8-0 and the next 11-0 and pull. And I'm going to flip my work over at the same time like this. And then I'm going through the next pearl, through the next 11-0 and through the next 8-0 and pull. Now we're going to do this one more time. So I'm picking up one 11-0, one pearl, one 11-0, one 8-0, one 11-0, one pearl and one 11-0 like this. And now I'm going through the next 8-0, next 11-0, the next pearl, the next 11-0 and the next 8-0 and pull like this. And now I'm going through the next 11-0 beneath the 8-0, so not the one next to the 8-0 but the one below and pull. And now we're going through the bead that's in between the pearls and through the next pearl and pull. And now we're going through the next 11-0 and through the next pearl and pull. Oh, like this. And now we're going to pick up one 11-0, one 8-0, one Swarovski bicone, one 11-0, one Swarovski, one 8-0 and one 11-0 like this. And then we're going through the pearl through the opposite way and pull. Oh, got a knot again. I've got a lot of knots in this project like this. And flip your work over. And now I'm going to show you that we'll have to see which way the seed bead goes, because as I said with the bracelet you need to make sure that all the seed beads are the same way. So I'm going to show you this seed bead is the hole is this way and closed side of the seed bead is this way. So we have to do the same with this one. How are we going to do that? We're going to pull it tight. We're going to take our needle and we're going to stick it in the seed bead and move it to see in which way we need to go. So from which way we need to come from to make sure that the seed bead is facing the same way. So in this case, pull it again. So in this case, if I come from this way, the seed bead is facing the same way as the first one. I hope you can see that. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up our work and we're going through the middle seed bead, so that's the seed bead in between the pearls, and pull. I've got another knot, like this, and we're going through the next pearl and pull. And now we're picking up one 11/0 seed bead, one 8/0 and one Swarovski bicone. And now we're going through the middle seed bead, the Swarovski bicone, the 8/0 and the 11/0 and pull, like this. And then we're going through the next pearl. And now we're going to pick up one 11/0, one 8/0 and one Swarovski, and we're going through the Swarovski, the 8/0 and the 11/0. So we don't go through the middle bead, just go through the Swarovski and the seed beads, like this. And now we're going through the next pearl and the next middle bead, so that's the bead between the pearls, and pull. Now we're going to lay our work flat and we're going to give it a little tug so that the Swarovski bicones are touching each other, like this. And now we're going to go through the next 11/0, through the next 8/0 and through the next 11/0, like this, and pull. And now we're going through the next pearl, through the next 11/0 and through the next 8/0 and pull. And now we're going to do the same thing we did on the first round. So we're just going to pick up one 11/0, one pearl, one 11/0, one 8/0, one 11/0, one pearl and one 11/0, and slide them down. And then we're going through the next 8/0, through the next 11/0, through the pearl, through the next 8/0 and through the next 11/0, like this, and pull. Now you can see that's the other side of the component. Now we're going to flip our work around and we're going through the next pearl, the next 11/0 and the next 8/0 and pull. Now we're going to pick up one 11/0, one 8mm pearl, can't get through it, sorry, one 11/0, one 8/0, one 11/0, one pearl and one 11/0, and slide them down. And now we're going through the next 8/0, the next 11/0, the next pearl, the next 11/0, the next 8/0 and the next 11/0 and pull, and flip your work around. And now we're going through the next pearl, through the next 11/0 and through the next 8/0 and pull. Now we're going to pick up one 11/0, one pearl, one 11/0, one 8/0, one 11/0, one pearl and one 11/0, and slide them down. Now we're going through the next 8/0, the next 11O, the next pearl, the next 11O and the next 8O, like this, and pull. Now we're going to flip our work around. Now we don't have to go to the next component because this one is just finished. So we're going through the next 11O, the next pearl, and through the next 11O, like this. And now we're just going to do the same what we did with the earrings. I'm going to show you which part we're going to make. As you can see with the earrings, we have these small parts in between, and we're going to make them now. The only thing you don't have to do are the parts on the beneath side, so on the bottom, because that are our points that attach the components to each other, so we don't have to make them. So pick up your work and take 2 11O's, skip the 8O, go through the 11O, through the pearl and through the next 11O and pull. Pick up 2 11O's, skip the next 8O, go through the next 11O, through the next pearl and through the next 11O, like this, and pull. And then pick up 2 11O's, skip 1 8O, go through the next 11O, through the next pearl and through the next 11O and pull. Now this is why it is important that you already watched how to make the earrings, because from this moment on you're just going to do this all the way. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see what you're going to do. You see, we just added these two between the two 11O seed beads. So we're going to go over across here, and we're going to do this on this side and go over across here, and then we're going to do this on this side. When you finish that, you're just going to make the turn like we did before on this side, the turn on the top seed beads of the component, and then we're going to do this on this side too. Make the overcross, going on this side, make the overcross and going on this side, and then we come back to the point that we started right now. So just go through the first 11O seed bead and then add 2 11O seed beads, go through the next seed bead, the next pearl and the next seed bead, and just do that all the way around. So I'm going to go and do that now, and I'm going to come back to you when I reach this point. Now as you can see, I'm ready to add my last seed bead, and I'm going through the last seed bead, the pearl and the next seed bead and pull. And now I'm going to twist my work, and then I'm going through the next 8O and through the next 11O. Like this, and pull. And then I'm going up through the next pearl and through the next 11O and pull. And then I'm going through the next 11O, so that's the first 11O of the set we just added, like this, and pull. And then pick up 1 seed bead, go through the next 11O and through the next 11O next to the pearl, having a lot of knots this time. Like this. Go through the next pearl and through the next 11O and through the next 11O that we just added, and pull. And then pick up 1 11O and go through the next 11O and the next 11O next to the pearl and through the next 11O next to the pearl on the other side, and pull, and go up through the next 11-0 and pull, pick up one 11-0, go through the next 11-0 and 11-0 next to the pearl, and then go through the next pearl and the next 11-0 and pull. Like this. And I hope you don't get in as much knots as I did, because it makes me a little crazy. Like this. So you can see this is just the same as we would do with the earrings. And like before, I'm going to show you which way to go now, so that you can do that on your own. So I'm going to zoom out like this. Now we did these three, and you're going to make the overcross, and going to do these three, overcross, these ones, make the cross over on this side, so the turnaround, and go to these ones, make the turn, make the crossover, do these ones, make the crossover, and do these ones. So I think that's easy to understand, because if you made earrings, you know what to do. So again, if you've done that and you come back to this point, I'm going to show you what to do next. So now I'm ready to add my last beads, or my last bead between the beads. And I'm just coming out of the 11-0 next to the pearl. And now I'm just going to leave my thread here, because we're going to tie this off later. But in this way, if there's a little bit of tension on your thread, the thread can go anywhere, somewhere, sorry. And what I found to be useful is you can now look at your points, so the points, and see if you made a mistake, or that one is turned the other way around, so that you can just pull your thread and just make sure it's okay. Like this one, I have like a little turn here, so I'm going to twist that and then pull the other one like this, and then just pull this one, and now it's straight. So like this. I'm going to leave that one there, and I'm going to continue with my other needle. So pick up your other needle now and pick up your work. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit better. So hope that's enough. And I'm coming out of this way of the seed bead. So I'm going through the next pearl, because we don't need to do anything on this component anymore, because this one is finished. Like this. And then go through the next 11-0 and the next pearl. Like this, and pull. And then I'm going through I'm coming out of the pearl, and I'm going through the seed bead in the middle, like this. I hope you can see this. So it's just the seed bead in between the middle. And now I'm going to flip this one to the other side. And I'm going through the first seed bead, so that's this one, and pull. And then I'm going through the next 8-0 and the next 11-0. And this can be a little hard, and this is why I said that you might need the 13-0. Oh, sorry, the size 13 needle. Oh, I'm so sorry. And pull. And then go through the next 11-0 and through the next pearl, but only go through the pearl, not through the seed beads. So maybe you have to pull them a little bit on to the side and go through and pull like this. And now we're going to attach the Swarovski. So take out your Swarovski. Okay, what we're going to do now, you can remember from the earrings that at this moment we are ready to attach our Swarovski. This goes a little different than the earrings, because first of all we have to watch in which direction this seed bead goes, and we have to attach that in the same way on our components. But also this is a little bit more random than the earrings. The earrings had a particular pattern, so this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm just naming that, or I believe I did this one, this one, this one, and this one. But this one is just random. As long as the seed bead is the same direction, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do one with you, and then the other ones you can do on your own. If you know what to do now at this moment, you can just stop this video and then continue. But for those who want to see what I mean, I'm going to show what you're going to do now. So pick up 111.0, 180, 1 Swarovski bicone, 111.0, 1 Swarovski bicone, 180 and 111.0, like this. This is always the same sequence. Oh, I forgot to put my 11.0 on. Like this. This is always the same sequence you pick up to start another square of Swarovski bicones. So I picked up 111.0, 180, 1 Swarovski bicone, 111.0, 1 Swarovski bicone, 180 and 111.0, and slide them down. And now we're going through the pearl the opposite way the thread is coming out. And do not go through any beads. So I'm picking my work up here because my beads are in front of the hole of my pearl, like this, and pull. And I really hope you can see it, but but if I focus too much, I found out that my camera just not always films everything, and I want to really show you what to do. So I'm going to pick this up, and now I'm going to look in which direction this seed bead is. So again, I'm going to I'm going to grab my needle, and I'm going to see, like, I need to come from this side and then stick my needle in to give that seed bead the same way, this seed bead the same way as this one. So I will have to get to the other side. So I'm going to go through the next 11.0 seed bead and through the next 8.0, because we don't want our thread just to cross over, and then through the pearl and pull. This, and then I'm going through the next 11.0, through the next 8.0, the next 11.0 and the next pearl, like this. And now I'm going to pick up 1 11.0, 1 8.0 and 1 Swarovski bicone, and I'm going through the seed bead and down through the Swarovski, through the 8mm and through the 11.0, like this, and pull. Now you can see that my seed bead is facing the same side as the first one we did. Now I'm going through the next pearl, so that's this pearl, and I'm just going to stick my needle in the hole, but my seed bead is blocking it, sorry. So like this. And then pull. You can also do this the other way around, just what you like. But this one was already a little bit hard to go through, so I think this way will be better. And then I will go through the next 8-0 and then next 11-0. And the next purl, and only through the purl at this moment. And pull this. And then I have to see which way I have to go. So I have to go through the next 11-0 and through the next 8-0. Like this. Can't really see what I'm doing, I'm sorry. We went through the 11-0 at this moment. Got another knot. It's not day to day. And then I go through the next 8-0 and the next purl. Oh. Like this. Sorry that it takes me a long time. But that's what I said in the beginning. Some of the pearls have the coating before the hole. So sometimes it's hard to get through. Now I'm going to pick up one 11-0, one 8-0. And one Swarovski bicon, like this. And now I'm going, just like the first one we did, into the Swarovski, and I think I choose this way, into the Swarovski, through the 11-0 bead in the middle, through the next 8-0 and through the next 11-0. And pull, like this. And now I'm going through the next purl that's just next to that one. Now, as you can see, I don't need to pull this one because this one is already tied. So now I'm going to move to the next square. So I'm going to pick up one 11-0, one 8-0, one Swarovski bicon, one 11-0, one Swarovski bicon, one 8-0 and one 11-0. Like this. Slide them down. And I will go through the purl through the opposite direction. This. And again, now I have to see in which way I have to go to make this seed bead the same. So I will go through the next 11-0, through the next 8mm, through the next bicon and through the middle bead. Just go up like this and pull. And now we'll pick up one Swarovski bicon, one 8mm and one 11-0, and I will go into this 8mm purl and pull. Just like this. And now, as you can see, the seed bead is facing the same way. So I'm going to pick up one 11-0, one 8mm and one Swarovski bicon. And now I will go into this Swarovski bicon, the 8mm and the 11-0. Like this. And I'm sorry if I'm twisting my work a lot, but I think you know what to do. But as I already said, when you made the earrings, you know what to do now. And now I will go into the next purl. Oh, if I do that correctly, like this. And now I'm just going to do the same in the next purl. So the only thing you have to do is you're going to, with the earrings, you're just going to attach the Swarovski bicones. Only this time you really have to see which way you come from and in which direction you will need to attach the seed beads. Now, and further, it's just the same. You're going to attach this one and this one, and you're going to make the crossover, and you're going to do this one, and you're going to do this one. And after that, you're going to tie off, and your bracelet is done. I'm not going to finish this bracelet because I'm just going to deattach it anyway. Because as you know, as I already said, I wanted to make a necklace also, and I wanted to make it in the same color because I want to make a set for myself to wear. So I hope you liked this tutorial. I hope everything was clear. I tried a different camera view now, and I hope that that will work. Please let me know if there are further projects that need more, that you really need to see which seed bead I'm going through. I will try to film a little bit closer, but because these are just the same as the other components, I think you will get it. So please let me know if this was okay, if you could follow it easily. Please join me on Facebook. A lot of you already joined me on Facebook. I have about 800 plus followers now. And I really like that because everyone communicates with each other. A lot of you also already showed me some of your jewelry. But please do know that I like to see your jewelry, but please keep it the jewelry that you made from my patterns, because if everyone would just place some jewelry on my page that are from different beaders, I think it will be really messy, because a lot of new people won't know if I design it or not. So please, if you post something on my Facebook page, make sure it's one of my patterns. But you're more than welcome. I'd love to have you on our beading community. And I hope you like this project, and I will work on the necklace now. And I hope you have a very nice day, and I'll see you soon, and until next time. Bye!